Hey everybody, this is Miss Cologne. Once again, I'm sorry that I'm not there today, but I know you guys are in good hands. And if you need any more assistance, this is why I got these videos posted on Canvas. This is the second video. This is more of what constant of proportionality means. Now, this unit deals with this magic number and proportional relationships. It does focus on three different types of diagrams or images. It's usually in a table, in a graph, or in an equation. For now, for this worksheet, you will see this worksheet in numerous videos throughout Unit 2. Since I am breaking this down one part at a time, I would not show you all three at once. So we are going to start with tables. That's what we learned on Thursday, and this is what we're going to continue today. So, when we're talking about constant of proportionality, you need to keep in mind there was a little formula. I'm not sure if we already discussed it, but constant proportionality is basically my magic number, right? It's kind of the same term as the scale factor, that magic number that we keep getting because we see a pattern. So, in order to find the constant of proportionality, we use a weird letter K. We don't use C. I don't even know why. But to find that magic number, and this is also where you might need to use a calculator, your K value is typically Y divided by X. Y divided by X. This will come in handy as well when we get to the graphs and then when we get to equations. But now we're going to use this for our table. So, for instance, we're going to look at number 1. Determine the constant of proportionality for the table of values. All right, here's my X values, here's my Y. Now, sometimes you may not find a pattern at first, okay? So you have to check all of the values you're given. You can't just look at one set of values and say, that's my magic number. No, okay? You have to follow this numerous times. So for instance, some of us can probably figure out 0 times whatever is 0. We automatically would have assumed 0 times 0 is 0, right? But that doesn't work when I go from 2 to 20 or 5 to 50 or 8 to 80. So this is why you need to use this formula. All your Y values are in the numerator. All your X values are in the denominator. So we can't really do 0 and 0. So I need to go to the next set first so that I can find that pattern better, okay? So let's do 20 divided by 2. Well, 20 is your Y value, 2 is your X. 20 divided by 2 is 10. Okay. Let me try the next one, see if I get the same number. I got to do 50 divided by 5. Again, I got 10 again. Okay. So let me do the last one. Let me do 80 and divide that number by 8. And what do you know? You get 10. So that means, what would you think this number will be if all of the other ones gave me 10? 10. So, when they're asking for the constant of proportionality, you're going to say K, or you can just even write this word out, or COP for constant of proportionality, COP. It is equal to 10. Okay. We're going to do another problem with a table. Okay. Determine the constant of proportionality for the table of values. All right. Now, they tell you you have to express that answer as a fraction in simplest form, meaning we may have to reduce our fractions. So this is why I would prefer if you use Desmos. I would prefer if you use Desmos. So, let's find my pattern. Well, again, it's harder to find a pattern if I'm going from 0 to 0. So for now, you're going to skip it. I need to try to find a pattern with the rest of these. How do I go from 30 to 15, 70 to 35, 100 to 50? Be very careful. Your formula is still y divided by x. So it's still this number divided by this number. So for this one, I'm going to do 15 divided by 30. If you use Desmos calculator, there is a button that gives you a reduced fraction. It is on the right side of the calculator on Desmos. If you click that button, it would change your decimal to a reduced fraction. Okay? So 15 divided by 30 as a reduced fraction, it will give you 1/2. It would originally give you 0.5, but you need to convert it to a fraction. Alright, let me try this one now. 35 divided by 70. Again, use Desmos. 35 divided by 70. If you put it, it still gives you 0.5. If you click that little fraction button, it gives you 1/2. So then let's try the last one. 50 divided by 100. Well, 50 is half of 100. We should know that. So what do you notice in my pattern? I end up getting 1/2. So that means for this scenario, if I did 0 times 1/2, I got 0. That means 30 times 1/2 gave you 15. 70 times 1/2 gave you 35. And 100 times 1/2 gave you 50. So my constant of proportionality ended up being 1/2, or 0.5 if you want to use a decimal. Just be careful because they did want my answer as a fraction, not a decimal. But if I give you 2 in a quiz on test, that would not be there, and I would accept either one. Once you are prepared and you've already watched the previous video, you may go on Zern and complete lessons 2 and 3. You can complete lessons 2 and 3 on Zern. If you finish those 2 lessons and there's still time in class, please, 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 you can go on IXL and work on your skills I assigned. Make sure you put my laptops away neatly in the back. I will see you guys on Monday.